Hi guys, it's that time of week again. Welcome back to Daz's Curry Kitchen, and this week we're going to be making a chicken tikka balti. As we did a chicken tikka boona last week, we're going to do a balti this week. It's more or less along the same lines, but this one we don't make our base, we actually use a base sauce, which I will show you. Right, okay, to start off with, I already diced my chicken. I got 2 kilos of chicken, and I diced them up into small chunks, put them up into a bowl, mixed it with 500 grams of natural yogurt and a couple of tablespoons full my spice, which I get from Spicy Joe's, which is chicken tikka spice blend. It's really good site to order from. So with a little squeeze of lemon, mix all that in. I put my chicken in the fridge overnight, and then in the morning it's ready, and it's ready for you to go to cook your curry. So what I've done was I put my oven on gas mark 180 and I put it on for 35 minutes because the same as last week, I don't want to be cooking my chicken tikka for longer than that because I'm not having it, I'm actually putting it in my curry, and if you cook it any more than that, it's going to cook again in your curry and it will be very dry, it will ruin the curry. Right, so I diced up 4 onions, and also I've got in there, my hands are clean, I've got some peppers underneath. So the peppers underneath, I used 2 green peppers and diced them up the same as my onions, diced them up into small chunks. Right, so what we do now is we get our pan on the go. So I've got myself a big non-stick. So what I'll do is I'll start off by putting some oil in there. I use olive oil. I recommend using it because it's more healthy for you. But most of the oil anyway will burn off. So we're going to put our oil, start our oil. Does seem like a lot of oil, guys, but as I said, it will burn off as you're cooking the curry. So we're going to get that hob on the go. So one moment. So my hob's started now, starting to warm up that oil. And then I will put our onions and that in. But in the meantime, I will show you what I do with my base gravy. So I'll start this off. So I'm getting another pan out, it's non-stick. Make sure you use non-stick because it's a lot easier for you and it saves you wrecking your pans. So I'm just going to move this air fryer out of the way. So right, now I have already got my base sauce here ready. This stuff I order myself, I order it off Amazon. If you just type in base gravy for curries, for Indian curries, it will come up and it will show you. So I'm going to add my base gravy to the pan, and then I will add some water to that because it's not mixed yet, so I'll put some water in that. So I add my water. There's my water gone in. And what you want to do is take that down to like a milk, as you would pour your milk, and you have a look at the texture of milk. Make sure it's that kind of texture when you mix it in, and that'll be ideal for your base gravy. So I'm going to get that started. One moment. When you can. Right, that's started. And then I'm going to throw my onions straight in the pan. And get that going. That's bubbling straight away. Start stirring that up. And then I'm going to throw in that some chopped tomatoes. So I'm just going to chop them. And the same again, I'm going to pour some garlic in there, crushed garlic. So I'll squirt some of that in my curry. That should do it. We're doing 2 kilos of chicken, so I'm going to need quite a bit. And then we'll stir that in. So mix that in. It's cooking really good. want to do this, guys, till you've softened your onions. You don't want to really start browning them off a little bit, but you don't want to turn them into like fried onions because you'll taste that in your curry. Just want to make them nice and soft and give them like a light browny texture, not burnt. So right, while that's cooking, what I'm going to do now in a minute is I'm going to add my spices. Right, now we've got them cooking off nicely. What we're going to do is we're going to add our spice, which is Birmingham Balti blend. It's the Balti blend. That's from Spicy Joe's. Same with this stuff. You can add in about 4 to 5 tablespoons full, and that should get your curry going. So I'm just going to add that now. So I'll switch this camera around so you can see. Now we're going to add the Balti blend. I'm going to turn the pan down for this because I don't want to be burning my spices. As I was saying last week when I did the curry, you burn the spices, you taste it in the curry and it's not very nice. So we'll turn that pan down while we add our blend. So that's our spices in. A moment, camera fell down, sorry about that. And then so just gently mix this in, you don't want it sticking against the side of the pan. Mix it totally in with your chopped onion and tomato and that's in there. It will look very, very dry. But this is only until you start putting your base gravy in, which is your base gravy there. You can make the base gravy yourself, but it does take a long time. You can get the stuff from Spicy Joe's, the powder, the mix, to start your base gravy, and then you can add your contents to it, carrots, onions, a few other things. But same again, it's a long process to cook your own base sauce, and for me, I haven't got that kind of time and plus space in the freezer. So what I do is I head over to Amazon and then I order the base gravy from there. It comes ready made. All you have to do is put a bit of it in, it tells you exactly what to do, and then you add water to it. Whatever contents out the sachet that you're using, you just add water the same amount and then get that texture so you can add, because that's what really gives the flavour, is this base gravy. Because you can't cook this balti, well you can, but you just won't get that texture. I've just put in some tomato puree and I'll mix that in, and then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to start adding a bit of my base gravy. So to start adding some base. And then we'll start mixing that in. So now I've mixed in my base gravy. What you're left with, can you put that big light on please? And what you're left with then is your sauce, which looks really, really good. So I've added my base gravy. I might add a little bit more, it depends. You don't want to make it too runny. So once you've got that going, you can add a little bit of sugar. So I will add a little bit of sugar. It'll just sweeten it up a little bit, makes it nice. So when you are eating the actual curry, you can get the taste of the spice, but also after you'll get a nice sweet taste, which I enjoy doing that with my curries. It makes it very nice. You can still have that spiciness, but it just takes away just the spice. You get a nice little bit of sweetness. So I'm just going to add some sugar. That will sweeten the curry up, and then mix that in. Right, so now I'm going to add some tomato juices. Get it from Morrison's, 60p. I'll add some of that. See, everyone makes their own curries different. You'll find a way yourself. You'll add your own little bits to it and then make the curry exactly the way you want it. So I'm going to cut that now and I'm going to pour that in. If I can find my scissors. There you go. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to whack that straight in my curry. So that all goes in. There you go, lovely bubbly. And then mix that in. So I've got that all, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my chicken and put my chicken in. Right, hi guys, we're back. What I've been doing then, while I paused the video, was I was just making my little bit of salad dip for my poppadoms. We have it with a starter. So all you do is, I'll show is we've got some diced onion, diced cherry tomatoes and diced cucumber. Mix all that in with some mint sauce and then that will make your mint salad. Going back to the curry, my chicken tikka is ready now. My sauce is ready. What I added to my sauce was what I did, sorry about the noise, what I did was I added a little bit of tomato puree which you see me put in. And then what I've done then was I added some natural yogurt again. I put a tad in, each to their own. I only put about, say, 5 tablespoons full in. And then what I've done was I put a little bit of double cream in. And then what that's done is it's made it really a nice spice kick to it, but also you got that sweetness which we all enjoy. So now I'm going to get my chicken tikka out of the oven because that's ready to go into my curry. So we're going to see how that's going now. So let's get the chicken tikka out. Oh, it's smoky, sorry about that. Let's wipe my lens. There you go. Yep, I did make this curry yesterday for my sister and my brother-in-law Matty, and they both really enjoyed it. Sharon said Matty does tell the truth, so he said he would have said it was crap. If it was rubbish, he would have told me. They really enjoyed it. My sister wants me to make more, but she doesn't want to learn to make it herself. But I've said, no way, I'll teach you how to make it. This is why I'm doing these videos. Right, so my chicken tikka's looking really good. I'm going to pop that out. So I'm going to pop that in. It's looking really, really nice. Some people might be watching the video thinking, oh, when I look at the chicken tikka, it's not chicken tikka because it's not red. Well, chicken tikka isn't red, all it is food colouring, which we don't really need to put in. Well, you don't really use food colouring anyway because food colouring is bad for you. What you'd normally use is beetroot powder, which same again, you can get that from, I would have put some in, but I've run out of that. I ordered that again from Spicy Joe's. So I'm just adding my chicken now, without burning myself. Get all that chicken in. I've still got some more in the oven, so I'll have to get that out in a moment. Whoops, right, there you go. Still getting some out. When you do your chicken tikka, when you put it on for about 35 minutes before you put it actually into your pan with your sauce, make sure you take it out about 20 minutes in and drain all the excess water off it, because otherwise you'll end up with that in your curry and you don't want that in your curry. It's not very nice. Alright, now I'll put that to the side. I'm just going to drain the fat off that. I also use non-stick grease paper as well. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier when it comes to washing up after. So right, there you go. And then I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to get the rest of my chicken out in a minute and I'll show you what we're left with. It's looking really good. It's looking really nice. Just getting the rest of my chicken tikka out and I'll put that to the side. That'll be for a starter. Just getting that out the oven now. Yeah, that's looking really good. I'll turn the oven off now. I'll put that in a bowl to the side. And I'll show you what this curry is looking like now, guys. It's looking really, really good. So, here is your finished product. And that's what you're left with, a lovely chicken tikka balti. So that's it there, look at it, absolutely lovely. One thing I say about my curries, when I do them, everyone always says, wow, there's a lot of meat in them. As I say, there's nothing worse than giving somebody a curry and there's no meat in it. Same as if you're at a restaurant and you order a curry when you only get 5 bits of meat in it. It's not very nice, it's not very enjoyable. Because once the meat's gone, you're just left with the sauce and you're just trying to fill yourself up with as much naan bread dipped in with that as you can. Right, so that's what you're left with. Now, always to go in that now is just for me to chop some coriander up, put some coriander in that, and that is finished. And then this will be my chicken tikka starter. So I'll get that out now and put that. Right, so then that's my chicken tikka I've got for my starters. And what I'll do is I'll just cut a little bit of lemon and drizzle that on it when I start having it as my starter. As I said, I've done my dip with my poppadoms, so I've got my salad dip. And then what I'll do then is I'll get some natural yogurt, put it in a pot, put some mint sauce in it, mix that up with a squeeze of lemon, and then that is my dip as well for my poppadoms, so I can dip it in. It's my mint yogurt and mint dip. So I'll show you what this curry is looking like now because it's done. So there you go, that's the curry bubbling away, and that is what you're left with. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the flavour, the colouring in that. Right, thanks once again. Keep watching my videos to make the best curries in Britain. Right, thank you. Till next time. Bye.